Hey everyone, I'm Evan, and it is Tuesday and time to check our weekly vault again. So, first of all, let me bring this up. Yeah. So, last season, I did fairly well with the Transmogs, getting 4 people the full set for Mythic, Normal, Heroic, and LFR. Few people got close but didn't quite make it, and everyone else, I mostly just got Normal and LFR. But the goal this season is to see if I can get them all. And the way I'm going to do that is by mostly focusing on content that gives heroic, which can be catalyzed and upgraded to mythic, which will give me that column. And then rely mostly on catch-up gear mechanics at the end of the season to fill out this column, either using catalyst charges at the end or simply getting veteran and champion and catalyzing it once the season has ended. So that is the plan. Now, I should have vaults on all 13 characters, 1 for every class. Some people I did 4 delves on, and some people I did 4 delves and also... Ooh, that looks pretty good. Ooh, now the question is, do I want to take that veteran piece? Yeah, some people I did a bunch of delves and also did some LFR. Heroic boots would be good. What do I already have? I do not have... Oh. And my cat is in the bookshelf back there. So I kind of do want to get at least 2-piece this week because it will make doing content faster. So I think what I'm going to do... Oh, kitty, kitty, get down from there. Get down from there. I think what I may have to do is take this veteran piece and then try to either get another veteran piece catalyzed, or I could possibly do a delve. I could do a delve and get a heroic piece for the week. Maybe catalyze that. Yeah. Okay. So this week, I'm going to try and get 2-piece. All right. The mage has not been very lucky on any of his vaults or activities. I've got... The cat is blocking the screen. I have to look over on the other monitor where the recording is to see what I'm doing. You just want to chase the mouse on the screen, don't you? Cute kitty. Okay. Now the hunter, he already got a veteran piece. So let's see what I can get this week. Oh, heroic. There we are. Heroic tier. There we go. And that is 2-piece. And I can save a catalyst charge. which I really don't have to use until I get to 3-piece. There's no reason to use a catalyst charge to go from 2 to 3-piece. There's no benefit. I don't know how many people I'm going to do LFR on this week. Maybe just the healers. It's easiest to get into the get through the queue. Warrior, I don't think has anything. No tier yet. Oh, a veteran piece. Oh, what does it even do? Execute damage increased by 10% and execute from sudden death. Have a 10% chance per stack of overwhelmed on the target to trigger a Slayer strike at 100% effectiveness. Alright, we're going to go for it. This week and this week only, I'm going to go for some tier. Oh, yeah, I can catalyze these hands. That's good. That'll be good. Get a heroic piece. All right. A heroic piece for 2-piece tier. All right. There we go. That will just that's going to make the delves go so much faster. What is the kitty doing? Oh, she's playing in a box now, making noise. Toni and I have 2 cats. One of them is fairly well behaved right now and enjoys just sitting around being chill. But Lavender just wants to make trouble. Okay. No tier piece. So we're going to take the heroic piece. That is the best upgrade. Do I have... Oh, my rogue does have 1 piece of tier. 1 piece of veteran tier. All right. We are going to use the catalyst charge on the heroic piece. Wait. Where is that? There it is. Second, I thought I lost it. There we go. Kingsbane deals 10% increased damage and has a 4-second increased duration. Each coin flip, yes, I do. I do the coin flipping rogue because I don't do anything serious on this rogue, and because I thought as a goblin, gold coins flipping is kind of nice for the class fantasy. Edge case now flips an additional Fatebound coin, and activating Kingsbane triggers its effect. What was Edge case? Edge case is this one. Activating Deathmark flips a Fatebound coin and causes it to land on its edge, counting as both heads and tails. Oh, so you get a heads and tails. You get 2 flips from that, and Kingsbane triggers it. That's pretty cool. For anyone who doesn't know what the coin flips do, they either give you more... I think they either give you more damage or they have a damage proc. And then each time you flip the same heads or tails in a row, It has a stacking benefit. My understanding is that the spec is kind of laughed at by anyone who's serious. A trinket with leech. Healing abilities have a chance. Oh. Oh no. None of this is very good. Well, I suppose a heroic ring is a good thing. And this trinket is pretty amazing. Increases my mastery. Last 15 seconds. You know, I could proc that while I'm in DPS spec, and the mastery wouldn't be too bad. And, you know, that's a pretty good trinket, I think. And that's not a transmog, and the rings that this would replace are already not that bad. Let's go with the trinket. Although this means, I do not have any tier. I don't even have a second piece to catalyze. All right, the shaman will have to do LFR to try and get a tier piece, and then catalyze that headpiece in order to get 2-piece. Not a bad vault, but it's not as good as getting 2-piece. Hydrate. What does the evoker have? That looks like I am wearing... Yeah, I don't have any tier. Let's see if I can get something. Heroic pants. Heroic gloves. There we go. Heroic gloves that are already catalyzed. So I will have to take this. And the evoker, just like the shaman, will have to hop into the raid. Oh no, I do have a veteran piece. All right, 2-piece. Sweet. In that case, there is no reason... I may still go into the raid, but there's no piece to use the catalyst charge unless I get another piece of tier from the raid. So... only using the catalyst charges on the heroic loot or to obtain 2 or 4-piece. Yeah, I think that's how I'm going to have to go. Heroic chest and a trinket does what? Blocking, parrying, or dodging has a chance to awaken the gauze, causing it to lash out, dealing arcane damage split between nearby enemies while shielding you for 3.1 million damage. My trinkets are not good. This actually sounds like... this heroic piece would be very nice, but it's only going up 10 item levels, whereas this goes up almost 30 item levels, and it sounds like it is much better for my current spec of blood. Yeah. Replace that veteran trinket. Yeah, I don't have... Man, I do not have much here. Oh, I do have a pair of shoulders. Heroic shoulders from last week. So... and I have a veteran chest piece that I could catalyze. I don't know if I can get this guy into the raid, though. I don't know how to tank the raid, so he would have to queue as a DPS. I'll probably do a delve first and see if I can get another heroic piece that I can catalyze, and if not, I may just do I may just do the veteran piece to get 2-piece for the damage upgrade. Although the trinket itself should be a damage upgrade. I don't know. Play it by ear. See how much of a damage upgrade I need for him. Now, do I want to do Mistweaver or... I'm going to loop Brewmaster, because that is what I do all my solo content with. What have you got? A ring and heroic pants. I have a heroic shoulder, so I'm going to take the heroic pants. And then I am going to break this 4-piece in order to get 2-piece of the new tier. I need to update these notes I have on everyone. I've got a weak aura that can't dynamically get the current status of my transmogs, so I just try to update it manually. There we go. What does this even do for Brewmaster? Gaining vitality has increased chance to cause your next Tiger Palm to unleash a harmonic surge, dealing 900,000 nature damage and 92,000 healing to injured teammates. Oh, that is not bad at all. Okay, so damage proc. I'm happy with that. A lot of people getting 2-piece today, which is very exciting. If anyone's wondering why I'm doing so many delves, it's because Toni and I have an 8-week-old baby, and it can be very difficult to do any content like Mythic or Raid that requires a ton of attention. Well, I gotta take the heroic tier shoulders, which replace blue shoulders. And then let's see, do I have anything that's worth catalyzing? I have a heroic chest piece. That is worth catalyzing. Oh, it even has avoidance on it. That's pretty good. Okay. What does the 2-piece do on him? Immolation aura, 30% more damage, and increased soul cleave damage while active. Oh, well, that's nice. I do like my immolation aura. I can just sell that blue piece. All right. 30% more damage on immolation aura. I will take that. The Demon Hunter was already doing fairly well in delves. In fact, all of the tank specs do so well. It's very relaxing. Just pull half the instance. AoE it down. I've been doing a lot of tier 8 delves, but I think with 2-piece, I could start doing higher. I'm mostly interested in the time it takes. I'm not too concerned about whether or not I'm going to have crests, because right now there's just so much gear and so many characters to do things on. Oh, unfortunate. We have a heroic trinket, heroic bracers, and veteran. Oh, hold on. Those aren't my DBS trinkets that I do the delves on. I do have a heroic trinket there. Okay, so my trinkets are not great. But I think in this instance, I am going to go for the bracer. Start filling out my start filling out the heroic gear on him. I know, I know. On the DK I took the trinket. But the DK I really needed a damage increase. The druid is tearing apart the delves, so I'm not that concerned about min-maxing the DPS with a new trinket. He can go with heroic bracers and be fine. The priest, on the other hand, does not tear up the delves as discipline, but is pretty much unkillable. What is that? Oh, this has got to be the warlock chess piece, I think. All right, we've got 2 heroic boots. Crit, haste, versatility, mastery. I'll take the crit haste. I was using the boots for my embellishment, but as there are special boots from the raid, I need to move away from that. Put the embellishment on something else. So I'll take these boots. Catalyze them later. Priest only has 1 piece of tier. Probably have. I do have these shoulders. Got them from the raid. They're not tier, but they had the appearance. Okay, I've got some other stuff I can catalyze if necessary. But yeah, I'll do delves first. See if I can get a heroic piece from the delves to catalyze as my 2-piece. So, not great on the priest. But at least it's a character I don't have much trouble doing delves with. Now, the warlock has been doing fantastic. And I think that may just be because demonology is strong this season. Let's see what we can get. Oh, dang it. Dang it. Trinket and ring. The ring is crit haste. The trinket. Am I really using... I've got some champion trinkets. I think I was just going for passive right there. Yeah. I think I'm okay for the trinket. I'm going to take this ring. Crit haste ring. And I'm just going to replace the, whatchamacallit, Circe's circlet. Yep, just replace that and be done with that nonsense. Now, what am I going to do as far as... I do have a heroic shoulder, and I've got... what have I got? I have veteran hands, and I have a veteran chest. I could get 2-piece if I really wanted, but I think I need to do delves first, try to get a heroic piece, and catalyze that, and if not, then I'll catalyze the veteran piece. Oh, what am I doing in Koresh? Let's get out of here. I love these early season vaults. Is almost everything you get is something useful. my paladin did get heroic shoulders last week. If I can just get a tier piece, then I can get 2-piece. If not, it'll have to end up being... I'm going to have to do some combination of delves and LFR to get the tier pieces that I need. All right. Here we go. Come on, just give me one tier. One tier piece. Oh. Not tier. That is a heroic glove. Or some set I don't have. I guess I'll go ahead and take that. Does not really help me with the catalyzing situation. I really like the 4-piece from the previous season, having infinite holy power for 4 seconds. So I'm going to have to do some LFR and hope for a tier piece, because I only have one catalyst charge. So there's no way for me to get a 2-piece unless I get something from LFR. But that's fine. My paladin is doing fairly well. He can solo higher level delves and not have any problems. What do we have this week as far as quests? Looks like we've got we got reputation for Dark Flame Cleft.
You are acknowledged.
Got reputation with only the original factions for 10 world quests.
Stay productive.
Probably not going to do that. And we've got one delve. Fantastic. That's a great price. That'll be easy enough to complete. Alright, I'm going to have to do a lot of updating for my spreadsheet. But we are making some progress. Making some progress. Not on him yet, but, you know, on other guys. Alright, well, I hope everyone got something good out of their vault. And I wish you all luck with whatever it is you're working on this week. See you next time.